Can vitamin B12 slow brain aging? A new study answers this question, and this is from the Framingham Heart Study and was published October of 2025. This was almost 2,000 adults, no dementia, average age 60, and they were followed for 14 years. And what was noted is that those with a higher B12 status via blood markers, which included a B12 level, a methylmalonic acid, and homocysteine, had slower decline in memory, executive function and planning and focus, and language.
I'm 59, painfully close to 60. Should I worry about B12?
This study shows higher B12 still protects cognition. Your move is going to be to get your serum B12 and methylmalonic acid, not just your B12, as a MMA or methylmalonic acid catches functional deficiencies of B12, and supplement 500 to 1,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin daily. Or you can do 2,000 micrograms twice weekly. Best to be sublingual or chewable. For foods, fortified foods help, but supplements are key to have a consistent response.
If I carry ApoE4, does B12 still help me?
Yes, and it's critical as ApoE4 triples your Alzheimer's disease risk. But this study adjusted for this, and the highest B12 group lost 0.05 to 0.09 fewer standard deviations of cognition over 10 years. Think about this delaying symptoms by 1 to 2 years, and pair the B12 with adequate DHA from sources that cross into your brain, especially with those that end up having an ApoE4, as everybody ultimately needs both omega-3 fatty acids and B12 to be optimized for brain health.
My B12 blood level is 400. Is that high enough?
We actually like to optimize that to at least 550, but then also we need to check a methylmalonic acid to make sure that the B12 is working. So if the MMA is elevated, then we worry that you actually don't have enough functional B12. And also if homocysteine is elevated, then it can be a B12 or folate issue. And that is something which increases your risk to your brain, but also to your heart and blood vessels. So we really like to get a B12 of greater than 550, and we like the MMA to be less than 270, homocysteine to be less than 10. So if the MMA is high, even with a normal B12, you're functionally deficient. And this is something which I'm now routinely checking in my patients.
If I'm on Metformin, any B12 red flags?
Yes, Metformin diminishes your absorption of B12 by 20 to 30%. And a lot of people are deficient anyway, but it certainly exacerbates that. So it's important to check the MMA yearly and oftentimes supplement with about 1,000 micrograms of B12 daily. It's important to not wait for symptoms, and also note that adding calcium 500 milligrams with meals significantly improves your B12 uptake.
Can I just eat more meat to fix this?
Meat helps you if you're going to be so aggressive as to have 6 to 8 ounces of liver weekly, but most people don't. Supplements win for reliability, and the best form is the methylcobalamin, as this is active.
Any side effects of too much B12?
This would be very rare as it's water soluble and the excess amounts simply get urinated out. Seems to be safe to take up to 5,000 micrograms per day. Rarely people get an acne-like rash, and if this were to happen, you'd certainly decrease your dose or switch forms. People that have kidney failure do, however, have to monitor more closely.
So what's my 3-step B12 brain plan?
This is going to be a B12, an MMA, and a homocysteine, not just checking the B12. And to supplement somewhere in the range of 500 to 1,000 micrograms of methyl B12 daily, and then retest in 3 months with an aim of an MMA of less than 200 and a B12 preferably greater than 700. Now to conclude, small investment in B12 can result in years of sharper thinking. Start today. Your brain will thank you when you get to be 80. Please see the reference to this article in the show notes.